Everybody get your fucking hands up.
Welcome everybody to this week's episode of Captain's Corner. I'm Christian, this is Jordan, and we got Pat. So thank you for joining us, and hopefully you guys enjoy the show. So to get started, we're gonna start with
shout out Lazo, bro. You know, with the production.
Shout out to the homie Lazo, producer,
with the lights,
editor,
we're glowing tonight.
Director,
Raven. Shout out Darcy for the makeup and hair.
for the wardrobe. Bruce, security.
Head of security.
He's taking a break right now.
So we're gonna start with a week 3 recap.
Nice wild week in done deal like always.
Yeah, it was crazy. We had some teams go 4-0.
Nice.
We had some teams go 0-4. So we'll get started on that.
Trade deadline trades and 2 trades. Actually, Pat made a trade.
Yeah, sure did.
Pat made a trade. He traded Timmy for Dax.
Be gone, fuck!
And then we had the infamous, the break done deal trade with the Titans and the Jets. Enzo, the Captain Slayer. That guy, he
fucking swapped it.
Yeah, swapped his
teams
whole
with Bender.
team. That guy's a G. Props to him for pulling something off so great.
I am the one, the way your son don't need the
So week 3 recap. We're gonna start first game. We had the Steelers versus the Seahawks. This was a big game because Beaky went ahead and traded Devin, sent them over to the Steelers. So this was Devin's redemption game.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
But it ended pretty tough. So So
the Steelers had the new captain Lulu fill in.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone after this week, but people thought that would be a big upgrade over Joan, and it didn't seem to make a difference because they got rocked 4-1.
4-1.
He came out in.
Did you ref that game?
Yeah, I ref that game, and man, Devin struggled. They couldn't get the offense going. They couldn't get defense going. Beaky was doing what Beaky does, and he was talking, and he was making plays. That whole team was making plays. The Dolphins before losing their tier 3 again.
Oh no! We suck again!
But hopefully rest up
That's crazy, right?
Yes, no, he hasn't played. He's played before the entire season.
So he told me he's played. I think he said he's played 12, 14 games or something like that in done deal, and only 2 games
he's had a full roster.
Wow.
Was it game 1?
Wow.
Game 1.
Game 1 and game 1
tournament
and game 1 of last week.
And game 1 of week 1.
Yep.
It's not even really I wouldn't even count that because
did he have a full last week? When he had Andy? Didn't he have a full?
But
team?
it was one drive.
The
first drive he pulled his hammy. First drive, and it wasn't even like a pull. It was not just like a pull hammy. No, he sent that picture, and it was a straight up
his whole hamstring is black and blue right now.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. But yeah, it was just a domination. That whole game was a domination. Devin was out of his funk. I mean, most of you guys know that I play with him in the leagues and in other leagues and in the tournaments and stuff like that. And that's probably the worst. We talked about it afterwards.
That's the worst he's played?
That's the worst I've ever seen him play, and that's the worst that he's ever seen himself play. And he's
especially with Lulu, though. Like you would think at least they would.
I
would think Lulu, honestly. I mean, it is a team sport, but sometimes in this you just gotta take over. Just like what you were saying against when you guys lost to the Bucks. That you told Andy at the end of the game, bro. Hey, in crunch time, it's time to give you the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care if this person X is eating. Like, you're the captain. It's time to turn it on.
Don't worry. Sometimes you just gotta take over. You know. I'm saying there's sometimes that you, or at least you think you can take over.
Yeah.
You try to take over. You try to take over.
Got some take over.
I think Lulu hasn't transitioned into done deal really well. Because, dude, we played this Saturday, and he's a force, bro.
Oh, 100%.
Super fast. He can take over a game. But I just feel like he hasn't been able to make that transition from Top Gun, right, and playing with ESS and the people you know.
And horses.
To done deal. Because it's a different game, right? You have to learn who you're playing with. You have
Yeah.
to learn everyone's strengths. You have to learn everyone's weaknesses, and then adapt, right, your offense or your defense to what's like, you know, what you have. I feel like he's not not used to that, or he's not like willing to make those changes, and then it's evident because I'm pretty sure they went 0-4, right?
No, they went on 4. Yeah,
Yeah, they went on
and
4.
they were never in sync. They were never in sync. I mean, they had a close game with us. They killed us underneath because it was just a lot of a lot of short plays that Lulu made happen with hitches, deep
And it was
in the
all,
middle,
even
and-
when they threw him the ball, it was one-on-one routes. You knew it was
Yeah,
coming,
it
but
was.
it's still, that's when it's the hardest to cover, when it's you by yourself,
Yeah. And
one-on-one
little by
with all
little-
this space.
Exactly.
But they
And
couldn't connect, bro.
100%.
Yeah.
And then defensively they struggled. You know what I'm saying? Defensively they struggled. Lulu tried to play a more traditional like defense in the sense of the one safety back or two corners back, and a lot of times in DD you just gotta play the matchups. You know what I'm saying? If people are gonna spread out, you can't run your regular defense. You gotta run.
Man,
you gotta go
sometimes
cover the
even
guy. And
like-
you gotta go cover, and you gotta match up your tiers.
That's
with
what
your
I like
tiers,
about
you
it,
know?
because it's like, oh, yo, all the tiers talk shit about it. Oh, I'm better than this guy. Oh, he's really that good.
Yeah,
now
let's
go
see.
shut this man down right
Yeah.
now, tier 3. go shut that tier 3 down.
Yeah, and then turn around and you
And then
gotta
and then when they're
you
tier
know?
3s, and I love when they get humble, like we played week 1, we played the Bucks, and Mendoza was just torching everybody on my team. Everybody on my team. I'm not even lying, I was so pissed. I wanted Mendoza to score the last fucking touchdown and beat us, just to fucking show my team that like, look how bad we're playing right now. And we ended up tying with them. But like he caught a bomb, bro, and he fucking just fell. I mean,
Yeah.
All right, second big game was the game that started their rally. Everyone, I know I had this team counted out.
yeah, we did. Mo,
So did I.
he was
Bucks.
supposed to be here, man.
Shout out to Mo.
Yeah,
for
QB
going
Mo.
4-0, and like F you Mo for missing out.
Why are you the way that you are?
Yeah, absolutely. Should have been here.
You know what pisses me off the most about him going 4-0? Like, is the fact that if he was like here week 2 and all that shit, the Bucks would be in a completely different position.
100%.
And if he would have just said, I mean, he traded JD, but then he missed, so it made no difference. You know, it kind of made his team a little.
He also jumped the gun, I think, with JD. Like I think he could.
No, I don't, because I don't think you've ever played with JD. So like, I'm coming in here and I'm expecting you to. I mean, unless you're a quarterback that's pretty good in Done Deal, that's from Done Deal, which I consider like Chris J, JD, you know, Matt, you know, compared to like the captains, some of them are not as elite or like making reads and stuff like that. So I expect you to run an offense like that'll work, you know. And I don't know, bro. He just tries to tell you to fucking just run this and that. I mean, he works good with Lewis because Lewis just runs posts.
Yeah, and Lewis is the
Lewis has like 20 catches and like 12 touchdowns. Like
Yeah.
every other catch is a touchdown.
Dude, he's the bad throw eliminator. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter if you throw it bad or throw it good. It's coming down. I mean, Lewis is Lewis. You know what I'm saying? So.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're not gonna have a quarterback that's gonna listen to you, at least take your opinion as the captain into consideration in the offense, then I'm not gonna play with you, dude. Yeah. Like I played with Alec my first season. They told me I drafted him tier 3, right? He was my second pick because I drafted Alfredito and Alec, and then I had Kieran and Ken. Bro, so they're here telling me I draft Alfredito. He's the only person I know, and I'm like, dog, yo. And then I start talking to people. They're like, yo, draft Alec at 3, and now I'm like, man, I could have got like CP.
He won. By the
or
way,
something.
he won tier 5 of the year last season.
Yeah,
Alec.
Yeah.
But and I drafted him tier 3
3,
though.
tier,
And
yeah.
because they're telling me he's a quarterback, dude, but the guy can't read a book.
I know some of these words.
I mean, he can read a book. He's a lawyer, but like he can't read nothing, bro. And I
can't read
run
a defense.
Okay.
Nah, it was
Bro,
rough. Alec had a rough game. Like that first week
But
was
you see,
bad.
last
Like,
season he dominated as a rusher and like a center with Joan. It's just like he wasn't a quarterback, and they told me it. I bought into it. So like now you learn more and more about people.
100%.
The more you
And
play.
you learn also like I'm learning little by little. Like this is my first season, and I'm learning little by little that you just gotta find what works with some players. Like some players are everybody's like, well, like that, like Alec. Oh, he's got a cannon. He can play quarterback. No, bro, it takes a little bit more to play quarterback.
Quarterback,
than a cannon.
exactly.
You know, and
You mean
he
JD?
realized.
JD, not Alec.
No, but even like Alec, because I heard the same things when I first like like Kevin and the guys that I've known in that have been playing in Dundee, they're like, oh Alec, hey, he can throw the ball, okay, all right, but can you read a field? Can you read the field? There's different things to a quarterback than just throwing deep. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Especially like if I'm gonna take him, like I'm a deep threat, but I'm not post and fly all the time. Like I need somebody to be able to read a hitch there in the middle or a slant or what, you know what I'm saying? So, with Alec, you find you're like, you know what, maybe he's not a quarterback, maybe he's a better center because he's a good route runner and he has good hands or whatever the case may be, and you can use him as that. You know what I'm saying? And one of those players like that too, that for me in the scrimmage was Yandri. Yandri, everybody likes, a lot of people that I've heard like to have him at rusher. Bro, when I played in the scrimmage, I put him at corner, and he played great with me at corner because I was able to work with him. I figured out a little bit like kind of how he plays football, and I was like, you know what, I can use their corner. Just cover this, move the matchups, and cover this guy and help me out with here. And if you explain it to him, he can do corner. So that's another facet of his game that you maybe don't know. You know what I'm saying? If you don't actually like just throw him out there, a lot of especially in DD. Sometimes you should throw some people into the wolves and just be like, hey, maybe they're good at this and maybe you're not. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm gonna throw you there because at the end of the day I got Andy coming out for defense and I don't want to put you at rusher right now because I have Kevin Nunez or let's say whatever. Let me just try you out here and see, and you gotta try different things and move around, which is what's so awesome about this league is you gotta be thinking on the fly, especially as a captain or even as a tier 2 or you gotta be thinking on the fly. Hey, how do I switch this up? This is not working. Let me fix this now. Yeah. And because there's so many games on 1 week and there's so little games, which actually there's more games.
Like you said, on the fly, bro.
You're changing lineups.
And you're changing lineups 5 times a game, and you're like a fucking manager in FIFA. You're like, oh, my lines. Now when this fucking lineup comes in, when I'm playing this team, you got to do this. We're gonna change to this. And I'm like, dude. Yeah. And then I get frustrated because like I know what I'm on, and then all these other people are like,
100%.
You wanted me to do what when this guy was in and this guy was out?
And I think that's a big thing about being a captain that not a lot of people understand, and people like Lulu. I feel like Eddie's kind of struggling a little bit with it. You gotta fucking build a relationship with the dudes. You gotta find out.
I've never had any anarchy in my chats ever in 3 seasons. I mean, I know you've had a little bit of a.
Not really, honestly. I got traded by Matt, but there was no beefing.
No, but I'm talking about the Giants. When you were the Giants, the year before, the first season we played.
Nah, there wasn't even really.
You didn't have no problem either, right?
No, Perra and Brian just were scrubbing it up. I traded them, and then that's it. And then when I got my new team, I understood okay, right? You have to find the matchups. You got to change on the fly. I noticed that halfway in the season, and I had to get rid of the guys. I had to get rid of Brian and
it all worked out for you though, bro.
Yeah, it's finding things that are going on. Like for me. I didn't want to get rid of Timmy. Timmy was a good offensive player for us. We didn't score less than 3 points in any game week 1 and 2. Didn't score. Didn't get held under 3 points in 1 and 2. But we also didn't allow less than 3 points in both games. So I knew that I had to get I knew that I had to get better defensively. And it's tough.
When you can score offensively.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna sacrifice a little bit offensively. Not a little bit. I'm going to sacrifice offensively because Timmy was doing a lot for us.
Yeah, because let's ask about this.
The Bucks game.
So, you say you lost a little bit offensively, but you lost to the Bucks 2-1. Yeah. You started their 4-0 streak, right? Yep. It was the first game of the day. What happened? 2-1.
Couldn't move the ball.
Obviously.
That's obvious.
So what happened?
No, just we I think that we were running overcomplicated plays instead of just lining up and just running with it. Running either like a spread offense or even just running less complicated plays offensively from tight. And I don't know. I felt we were forcing the ball also to Kevin.
Okay.
He's been balling week 1, week 2, and we started forcing the ball to Kevin.
But here's a tier 3, not a tier 1. Say it. Right? Say it. Go ahead. Say it.
I already told my boys.
Feed me.
Feed me. I told you, Andrew. going into game 4, I told Kevin and I told Andy and I told Dax. Well, no, Dax was hurt, but we were hoping he was gonna play. But bro, like I was like, hey, this game 4, because we were already at that point we were 1 and 2 in the week, right? And I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but whatever. Like going into game 4, like we were 1 and 2. I'm like, we cannot go 2 weeks in a row 1 and 3. I go, Andy, this game is on me. Like you're gonna run it, you're gonna run everything through me because if we're gonna lose because of me, and if we're gonna win, we're gonna win because of me. You know what I'm saying? Because like at that point, I had just felt like I was just like I couldn't get going. You know what I'm saying? So then I was like, and again, Kevin's been balling. I'm not saying that at all. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been balling, he's been playing great, but because I've been able to get help him open up. You know what I'm saying? And so then after that game, I was like, no, we gotta run the offense where I'm opening everybody else up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when we were at our best. You know what I'm saying? But even not even feed me, yeah. But at the same time, also, hey, let's use me to get everybody open, not just isolate Kevin out there and hey, let him go to work. You know what I'm saying? So it was let's be more methodical. In that game, we just like I said, I felt like we overcomplicated it. We were trying to force the ball to Kevin a lot. You know what I'm saying? When we maybe didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? And he knew that. He was like he came up to me and he was like, hey, look, man, that was on me, my bad. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think we had any. I don't remember if we did or not, but I don't even think we had turnovers. It was just 3 and outs, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. You know what I'm saying? And so it was just a bad offensive game for both of us. Like Timmy was talking shit afterwards, and I'm like, yo,
Cool your beans, bro.
it's 2-1, bro.
2-1.
like I'm sorry. This was no
There's no bragging
there was
rights
no
here.
bragging rights here. There was no like
He felt some type of way though, bro.
Trey was no, of course,
a
I
printer. He
understand,
said
bro. I
he's
understand.
trading for a
Totally,
printer.
bro. And he's gonna do that 100%.
That's what you're saying. But maybe that's just to hype himself up, you know? Give
No,
himself
and bro,
a little
at the
round,
end of the day, they won.
They
They
won.
won 100%, and hey, 100% take the thing. But at the same time, I was like, hey, hold on, it wasn't
what you say it was.
exactly.
So let's move on to the next game. So the 49ers Steelers, Jordan, you won that game 4-3. And correct me if I'm wrong, you were down 3-0. What'd you guys do there, dude?
Fucking bombed him. And I bombed him again. And I bombed him again.
Damn.
No, for real, that's what it was, bro. Chris had been playing so bad the whole day. We were 0-2. Talk about like how you were. And bro, we were 0-2 and we were down 3-0. And Chris was just playing like shit the whole fucking game. We hadn't scored an offensive touchdown in the first 2 games. We lost 3-0 to the Bucks. And then we lost 4-2 to PD, which is now the Jets. So, and both touchdowns were pick sixes.
Y'all are trash.
For me and Dusty. So, bro, we're down 3-0, and there was a play that he just misses me out on a first down. I'm like, bro, I used to yell. I'm like, dude, just eat it. Today's not your day. And then, bro, we got to stop, and then we scored. Because they kept doing some weird shit. Lulu would go outside on Dusty. It would be Devin at safety, and then it would be Laz on me. Boom, they brought Laz out. I ran a go. Chris hit me on a beautiful dime. Boom, we got to stop. Next drive, they put Ant Nunez on me. I run a go. Score. And then I think the next drive, I think Dusty catches like a slant and takes it all the way. Lulu's had a big drop in the end zone. They gave us another chance, and then we fucking scored again.
It goes back to them not having that chemistry to
Yeah, man.
finish.
Yeah.
And I would at least put, like, they're not that great, so you put Lulu in the middle to make up for anything on the outside with me and Dusty, but they put him all the way on Dusty's side, and it was Laz and Devin. So it's just like on me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, at the end of the day, you could, like, not cover Angel, but he's still going to get open. I just ran by Laz.
But that's
really what
the
it
whole
is.
thing. It's the matchups, man. And again, like I won't put my guys in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I won't put my guys to be like, hey, look, go cover Jordan. No, that's my matchup. That's my matchup. I gotta live and die with what I do against you, against Ant, against Eddie, against Peaky, against whoever. Like that's my matchup. You know what I'm saying?
bro.
I gotta figure that out. You know what I'm saying? And if we lose, it's because I suck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's not-
exactly.
but it's not because you're
It's like
sucking.
you're-
It's not because my tier
Like
2 or my tier 3 or my
two
tier 4.
champions going at it, right?
You know,
there.
yeah,
But when I
it's-
played the Jets, bro, it was just me and Anthony just going at it. Every other play on offense, covering each other, hitting the ground, fucking.
Yeah, it's first to four.
Class of the Titans, bro. It's great.
That's what it is,
They
man.
got
It's a
a
gladiator
smack go, bro.
All right, another big game. They gave
Ooh, that was a big game.
Upset.
Rams versus the Seahawks.
Only their second loss of the season.
Yep, the Seahawks win it 2-4, 4-2. Excuse me.
With
you
4
ref
people,
that
right?
game. Yep,
Yeah.
4 people strong. Beaky balled out, right?
Yeah, Biggie balled. Biggie balled straight up. David had a bunch of mistakes, a bunch of balls that he held, that he like just didn't want to get rid of it. It just wasn't getting out of his hands. A couple of times also he just missed some throws that he normally makes. So David didn't play very well in that game, but Biggie was controlling that game. You know what I'm saying? Offensively, defensively, he was controlling it, and that just made it difficult on the Rams. I think a couple of plays also. I think Forrest like disappeared on them. He wasn't feeling too hot. I think it was.
No.
I remember looking and they were like, "Hey, where's Forrest?" And I'm like, because they had full rotation or like
Didn't have to rotate.
Yeah, they didn't have to rotate. So a couple times like Harold or Nico or even like Daniel was like, "Hey, I'm like I need a break. Give me a second." And then they looked over and Forrest was nowhere to be found.
What I will say was week 3 was hot as balls.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
By far the hottest week out there. I almost passed out in my last game. Like,
No, it was hot.
It was really hot.
there was a point in that game that like I thought I was going down.
Yeah.
I looked at Darcy on the sideline. I was like, "Babe, water now."
Yeah.
And like, if she
But none of
wasn't
us
there-
hydrated the day before. Let's be honest. We all drink.
No, but I did, dude. It was just
No, it was hot, man.
No,
hot.
it was.
It was hot, and I don't know if you guys got it too, but like for whatever reason, I don't know what reason. I think Baca had to go to like a communion or a baptism or something like that, and they swapped some of the games, and I actually had 2 waits. So the Vikings had to wait between game 2 and game 3, and then we didn't play till game 4 or like whatever, like the bracket 4 or whatever. And so then that break there, we refed one game and then we sat another game, and like just sitting under that heat, like under that sun, just sitting there. Because when you're playing, you're not thinking about it. You're playing, you're in the adrenaline, whatever. But when you're just sitting under that and just baking, and me with my fair skin, like I gotta be putting on 50 SPF all the time. Because if not, I'm the color of your shorts or the color of the bill of your hat. And dude, it was hot, man.
I think that's what messed us up too. We played the first 2 games, sat and played the last 2 games.
That's what we did. So we had the same schedule then.
So when we played, and then props to David because he had Swazo running like chicken no head. But like,
You got to get a good rush on him.
we were all exhausted. At least I was, man. I just couldn't go anymore. I couldn't run like.
Yeah, I was
Covering I would
For
cover
10 seconds, bro.
Yeah, I could cover 6
played
routes
week 1.
on one, and then like I was just gasping for air, dude. It was fucking hot.
Yeah.
All right, biggest game because of the blockbuster trade. We had Titans versus Jets, which is Jets
Really
versus
just
Titans.
Enzo versus Drew.
Right. So we have Enzo, the captain slayer, that went ahead and traded with Bender his whole team. So it
Complete
was
swap.
Ant, PD, Marcos, and Christian P for Drew, Alfarito, Ray, and Marin. Big trade.
And they swapped records. Drew, Enzo kept the good record.
Yeah. And
Hell of a trade.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hell of a trade.
bro. It's going to go down in DD history. And I told him, because he plays on my basketball team. So the day he made the trade, we had a basketball game. And I saw him like 30 minutes after I saw it on the video. He's like, "What do you think, bro?" I'm like, "Bro, I think you made a fucking amazing trade." I called him a genius. He's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro, look at this shit. This is for the people, bro. It doesn't matter if your ultimate goal is to win." And look, he has the 3rd best record. And the team went, I think they went 4-0, right? Or 3-0. Yeah, they went 4-0.
They went 4-0, bro.
I think so, right? Did they? Double check
Yeah,
that.
they
But I
went
think
4-0.
They did go 4-0.
They went, if I'm mistaken, they went 4. No, they went 3-1.
They're the Jets.
They lost to the Bills. Oh no, that's right. They're the Jets, not
They're
the.
the Jets. So that's
So boom, they beat me 4-2.
2, 3,
4.
4-0.
Yeah, they went
Nice.
4-0. See? So
yeah.
look at them, bro. And they're balling with Petey, Now throwing, I told him from the beginning of the season.
But,
after week
okay.
1, why aren't you throwing? Anthony wanted to throw, and Anthony's finally.
No, remember, Petey broke his hand.
Yeah.
Petey's hand was broken. So, like, he had that makeshift cast that he made himself, right? So, and he was playing with that for the first two weeks. Bro, he could not. He sent me that.
He couldn't hold the hand. He couldn't hold the ball.
He said he could throw though because I
No,
texted. I
man.
texted him about week 2. Remember when I was here at your house and I tried to trade for them?
Yeah, but he couldn't really throw. He said he could.
He said he
'cause
could.
You know, he's Petey, but like he can't.
Every time I've talked to him, he's like, "Yeah, I can throw, bro." But that's
Yeah,
how he is.
But he's never gonna tell you he's not.
Yeah,
he can't throw.
Exactly.
He's never gonna tell you that.
I believe you.
But he was, yeah, but he could barely hold the ball. You know what I'm saying?
No,
he was
bro.
hurting. Again, he was hurting. And
Yeah.
Ant wanted to throw, like you said. Ant wanted to
Exactly,
throw. So
and that's
Ant
why he
wanted
was
to go.
like, "So now that I'm the new team, Peter's the quarterback, and he's the receiver. He
Yeah.
won stud of the week."
That's the
And
thing with
he
Ant, bro.
deserved
Ant's
it.
a receiver.
And Enzo just put himself in a better situation. He loves his
100%.
defense, you know.
Yeah.
When I came into the park, he was
And he
coming
got
out of the
Marcos,
park.
bro.
Honestly, I think it was a good trade for both teams. The record swap, whatever. That's debatable.
But do you think the Titans got better?
Yeah, dude. Why?
Titans are Drew, Alfarito, Bender, Chris, and Marion.
Yeah,
I mean
okay.
Ray and Marion.
When they had Enzo, there wasn't really an offensive threat, right? Who was their offensive threat?
Alfarito.
But you just cover Alfarito with your tier 1, and then it's Ray, right? And Enzo isn't the greatest receiver, right? So what I feel like they needed was a big possession receiver.
Yeah.
It wasn't Enzo. That's Bender. Alfarito takes the top off the defense, and then whoever else on the field, no matter what tier it is, has to cover Bender's big ass. And he's big, and he has big, strong hands. So I feel like that's what they needed, right? Their defense doesn't lack because they have Ray and Marin, which Marin's not really like a tier 5, or so I think that's good. Ray. Bro, say what you want. The guy, offensively, he's always there scoring. He's always making catches.
Yeah, he is.
He's always there, and he's in your bro. Let me tell you, that psychological game that he plays,
It's awesome.
it actually works.
Love it.
Like for a
Love
second
it.
there, we
We
played
go
the
around
Jets.
these
For a
tier
second there, I had to
5
like.
next, bro.
Love it, dude.
For a second there, man, I had to when we played the Jets in week 2, I think it was. Like I had to look at my team.
Oh yeah,
yo,
I remember.
stop listening to
He
these
was
guys.
getting
These
in
guys.
Andy's head.
He was getting in Andy and Kevin, he's getting Kevin to he was getting Kevin to bite. You know what I'm saying?
Love
and
it, dude.
and I'm like,
Oh,
yo,
man.
stop listening to this guy. We're winning. Like, stop.
First
you know what I'm saying? So it works.
First time
And then he makes plays.
Yeah, first time I played Ray, he was talking shit to Perra, right? And then he's yapping. I fall in, I start yapping with him. I call him fat, start saying all these kind of things. I yell at him go eat a fucking cheeseburger, right?
Boy, 3 a.m.
I do something, I score or catch, make a play, and I go eat a fucking cheeseburger. Then his next play on offense, he gets a handoff. Perra's rushing him. He does a little ooh, and it takes off down the sideline, and is just hollering, dude. And I'm laughing, going to pull his flag. And bro, he's big. He doesn't miss his flag, and he runs down the field, and he's like, I don't eat cheeseburgers. I'm a vegan, nigga. As he scores. And I'm like, dude, props to this guy, bro.
No. His
Yeah, he's
I'm a vegan, nigga.
I'm a vegan, or I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat burgers.
Yo, his trash talk is
He brings an energy. He brings an energy.
Sure.
Yeah, that's great.
Bro, but a funny story, I don't know if you guys know, is that Enzo had told Drew after week 2 that the team needed to get better,
Yeah.
right? So and he says he doesn't care if he trades Enzo or something like that to do it, but he's like, you need to do something, right? And supposedly Drew leaves him on red, right? Then he texts Ray the day of the this whole trade thing happens. He goes, yo, call me when you get a chance. He goes, oh yo, who is this? I don't have this number saved. So right there, he was like, all right, bro, this guy really doesn't care about the team and shit. So he just executed this trade and
so
shit.
raise the fault. Raise that fault.
No, it's just funny because in the chat they go, oh, he probably didn't have your number saved, and it was because that he felt some type of way.
Yeah.
I honestly think the well, they become the Titans now, actually got better. I felt like what that team lacked was like the big possession receiver. Excuse me. Alvarito took the top off the defense, but you know, like they didn't have that big possession receiver to get the first down, right? Come across the middle, like the big contested catches, and I feel like they got that with Bender, you know? Defensively, I feel like they don't really lack because they don't have like a true traditional tier 5. So all those guys are interchanged. Like, you know, Bender can cover, Ray can cover, you know, some of the guys. Marin is a great rush.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think they had the pieces. I think both teams honestly got better. It does suck, the whole record thing, but like it's part of the game, you know. But I honestly think both teams really got better.
Is Enzo more athletic than Bender? Yeah, absolutely. But like I can speak from just experience when we played the Jets. Farito had 2 or 3 bombs, right? Where they put them on like the 4 or 5.
I feel like Drew lost him that
line.
game. I feel like Drew lost him that game.
He might, yeah, for sure. But
He had
like,
you guys like 2nd and goal on the 2-yard line
I think
to
we
beat
had
him,
2
and
goal
then
line stands.
yeah, and then he was there trying to force the ball to Ray.
So Bender
Exactly.
is that guy. Like Bender's, if there's anything that Bender,
though, bro, like you got, I'd rather throw the ball to Enzo than Ray in the goal line. You don't think so?
No, Enzo's great, but what I'm saying is that,
He
what I'm
covered
saying
by
is that at least in my experience
like
with the
that?
Vikings,
Yeah.
like it was pretty evident that it's like, okay, I need that guy that I can literally throw it, because you could throw Bender, bro. Bender's what, 6'2", 6'1", something like that.
No,
and
he's
like
6'2", 6'3",
and plus his wingspan, because he's got long arms.
And he's a big body.
And he's a big
Yeah,
body,
bro.
and he's got good hands. You know what I'm saying? So like
Walmart
offensively-
Travis Kelce
So
right
at least
there.
offensively, he would have helped them in that game. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's where that's at least in with my experience with the Jets, or you know, now the Titans. You know, that would have Bender would help them. You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, you know, it works for the Titans. You know, defensively, you know, he's not the greatest defender. He's not better than Enzo defensively, but offensively, he could be in especially in the goal line better than Enzo. You know what I'm saying? So,
Honestly, I think Bender is like one of the harder people to cover in this league. Even as a tier 1, like the dude is big, man, and it's
Yeah, if you put it in his catch radius, he has big mitts too.
it's
there.
You gotta come with the fucking hammer.
With the hammer.
And sometimes he steals like
yeah.
For sure. The follow.
yeah. All right, so Bucks went 4-0.
Cardinals went 0-4.
The Jets went 4-0, and then the Steelers went 0-4.
And
It's gonna be a big week for the Cards.
Big jumps.
yes,
Yeah.
baby, big jumps in the standings. Week 4 coming up.
Yes.
Who's gonna make the playoffs? The final playoff push.
Yep.
Who's gonna? You guys are you two gonna be in the playoffs?
Who? I'm not number
Oh,
The Vikings will be in the playoffs.
The Vikings gonna be in the playoffs.
Vikings will
The
be
49ers will be in the playoffs. You heard it here first.
All right, so we're gonna go. Let's go through the
Let's
new
go.
standings.
It's 8 teams make the playoffs, correct?
Yes, 8.
And top 2 get 2 buys. What? Which I think is absolutely insane.
But
Fucking
2 buys?
2 buys.
Oh boy.
It's like you play them in the semifinals, and then if they win, they're in the championship.
that's the perks of being at the top, dude.
Ravens going on 4.
Oh,
Dropping the 5. I'm just kidding.
All right, so let's go. Let's go. Let's start at 14.
right, Falcons.
Falcons.
See you next season. All right,
Yeah,
Steelers. Hi, George.
Yeah.
See you next season.
Steelers, speaking of
All
Georgie.
right. So Falcons, Kareem, Marshall, Jeremy, Manu, Tony.
The team just didn't work, bro.
Yeah, it's, dude. I think it's one of the people I feel like are struggling with that captain role is Kareem.
Kareem, yeah.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
were talking about that.
You know, like I personally don't know him, but I don't see like.
I'm not in the chat either, you know, so I don't feel like he reaches out. He never writes in the captain's chat or anything
all.
like that. Or
Yeah, so you know, like that. I think that plays a big part on your.
I don't know how much he likes it.
Yeah. I mean, I think athletically he can be a captain, but the captain, like we've talked about a bunch of times, and we've heard in the
it's
chat,
way-
we've heard it. There's more to be a captain, more to be a captain than just athleticism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
you gotta find the
gotta be able to
matchups,
be
you
a
gotta do the
GM. You gotta
trades,
be,
yeah.
you know, there's gotta be.
You gotta be involved.
You know,
Yeah.
exactly. And he made the trade for Jeremy, or if that was even him, but he made the trade for Jeremy, right? But again, like Beaky wanted to get rid of Devin. Like why you got to go after Devin? You know what I'm saying? Like Devin's the better quarterback. Jeremy can play quarterback, but he's a better probably defender receiver.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So go after the quarterback that is an actual quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And so and I'm sure that might have been difficult, but again, like that's the quarterback you got to go after. Maybe they did, but you know.
I feel like they should have moved Marshall and got him a better quarterback, like you said, with Jeremy. But like even Tony throwing to these two guys and Jeremy or Manu's still not bad. I mean,
it's just they don't have like that true captain like role.
He's gonna take the reins and everything. Yeah.
And I don't even think Tony's playing quarterback.
No, he's not.
He's not playing quarterback at all. Which you know, I've actually never seen. Not that I've never seen Tony play. Of course, I've seen Tony play, but I've actually never seen him play quarterback for an extended period of time. So I don't know.
The last time I saw him play was like
play.
the first season. Like I had Alec at my quarterback, and he was Robbie's quarterback.
Yep.
And they were the Colts, and they sucked.
Yeah.
All right, 13. At 13th place, we have the 3-9 Steelers.
I mean,
right now they still have Lulu, Devin, Ant, Yandri, and Nas.
Is it gonna be Georgie? It's probably gonna be Georgie.
We don't know yet. It hasn't gone through. Hopefully, when this segment comes out, it's already gone through. So
exactly.
Spoiler alert.
Rumor mill.
Georgie. I think it's Georgie.
My boy Georgie.
So Lulu's out. Georgie. Most of you probably don't know Georgie. Georgie's a really good friend of Pat and Devin. I've played with Georgie in a couple of teams. PDP. PDP. Squad. And then I feel like I played with Georgie one more time.
I think we played one time with Swag when we had when Georgie and I had our little team with Swag. I think you and maybe not Hollywood, but you might have played in that team one time.
Okay.
Just like again, like just in the tournament or something like that. Like
yeah, man. So Georgie's a good dude. Pretty athletic. I think he's needs to hit the gym a little. Played him on Saturday.
For sure, he needs to hit the gym. I tell him that all the time. But
he's a good player, bro.
He's a good player, man. He's smart, man. Smart. He's been playing the game. I mean, look, I've been playing since I was 16 years old. He's been playing just as long. So he's got the veteranship. You know what I'm saying? And so.
I think he'll do great. I think he'll do great in the league. I think he'll be active. I think it's going to be good that
just sucks that he's getting it at the end.
Yeah. I think it's going to be good for Devin that he has Georgie because now he has like that chemistry.
One of his guys.
So now it'll be
if
easier.
If they went 4-0 and everybody else went 0-4, you know,
dude,
could somehow rough, make it. It would be.
It's rough.
It'd be really hard.
They need help. They need help for to make the playoffs. They need help. They need at least like the 6, 7, and 8. So they need the Raiders, the Seahawks, the Vikings, and even maybe the Dolphins. And the Cardinals.
They need at least the Seahawks and the Raiders to go 0-4, and them to go 4-0.
Yeah, they need exactly. They need 4 or 5 teams to go 0-4 for them to have a chance to make the playoffs. So it's gonna be rough. Yeah. But they can get going. At least they can get going and maybe be bracket busters.
Bracket busters. Yeah. Who do they play? Rams, Bills. Oh, see, they can fuck the Bills and the Cardinals up.
Yeah. Bills, Cardinals, and I think they play. I mean, not that it matters, but they can at least maybe hurt the seeding of the Rams because they play the Rams.
Yeah, see if they knock out the first.
They can help you out.
Yeah, that'd be great. Come on, Georgie, catch me a dub there, brother. All right, so now we're gonna move to the 12. We have the 4-8 Titans with a -7 point difference, bro. We got Drew, Alfarito, Bender, Ray, and Marin. Their schedule looks pretty tough. We play them. So they play the Ravens, the Seahawks, the 49ers.
They got 3 playoff teams, bro.
The good thing for them is 3 of their games, they get ball first. But I think it's just a tough schedule for them.
That's a tough one, yeah. That's a tough schedule for them.
Yeah, I think they'll match up good against us. It'll be a good game, especially that they have ball first. With Drew at quarterback, it's going to be me and Paulie covering Alfarito, Bender, and then, we have, shout out to Lazo and Perra covering Marin and Ray. So I think matchup-wise, it'll be a good game, but I have confidence in my boys that will pull this one out.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the trade has kind of hurt them big time. They were on the last Captain's Corner, we all were like, I like this team. This team is fun. This team, you know, they're scrappy. They've lost a lot of games that maybe they should have won. They've won a couple games that maybe they should have lost, but they're scrappy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like now with this, it's, you know, I think that trade kind of derailed them a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
demoralized
saying?
them.
Demoralized them and derailed them, and so let's see what happens. You know, again, they're playing too many teams that have too much to lose. So you're going through you know, a Peaky, a Jordan, and even even the Steelers. They're, you know, that might be their easiest game, but they're playing you guys again with seeding. They're playing 3 teams that are going to be playing
in the thick of things right now.
Yeah,
to make the playoffs.
You know what I'm saying? 3 teams that are trying to make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough.
So at 11, we have the hottest team going into week 4, right? Creating all the buzz. This team was knocked out, and
They hadn't won a game.
shout out to Mo, right? He played phenomenal.
Absolutely.
He fucked up, and I told him, yo, check your stats. Mo had, I believe it was 3 pick sixes that weren't recorded in the stats.
Oh wow.
You know what people do now? They fuck up and they write interceptions thrown, because Matt did that to me twice.
Seriously, what the fuck are you doing?
He refed one of my games and I had 2 picks, and he put that I threw 2 picks.
Instead of got caught.
Yeah, instead of catching 2 picks. So you gotta pay attention when you do stats.
Check your stats, guys.
I have a set stat guy all the time. Chris J does my stats. I don't know if you guys do like the same thing all the time.
I'm the one that usually.
Yeah, we have Kevin. Kevin always does the stats for the most part. It's either Kevin or Andy.
But check your stats. It's big. You can go from Mo, which had a phenomenal week. His team went 4-0. Ant's team went 4-0 as well. But Mo had the better stats.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mo didn't get his stats recorded, but Mo played better. So shout out to you. But the Bucks, they play the Cardinals, the Rams, the Seahawks, and the 49ers.
It's another tough schedule. Another tough schedule. They got 3
They went
3 teams again.
They went 4-0 last week to see what they could do, bro.
Yeah.
They would need a lot of, like, even though Mo missed week 2, they would need a lot of shit to happen, bro.
Yeah, I mean, at best, they can go 8-7, right? At best, they can go 8-7-1. They would need some help, of course.
Mm-hmm. Anything's possible, bro. Chris went 4-0 in the last week one time to make the playoffs.
That week, I think that was the.
Was it the week before or
I
the
went,
final week? I think
I went
4-0.
No, 3-1.
3-1 with 4 people or some shit like that, right?
Yeah. But again, it's another tough schedule. It's Rams, Seahawks, 49ers. You know what I'm saying? The Cardinals, I don't think they're gonna have another 0-4 week. But again, they're right now where we're talking about the Bucks as the hottest team. The Cardinals are the coldest team. You know what I'm saying?
They were
right now.
They were a top 3 team.
They were a top 3 or 4 seed.
They were 5-2, and then they
successfully out. You know.
They blew. I think 3 of their games. The Cardinals were up and then
they lost
their game.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
So again, if that's the case again, that's 4 tough games. Because I mean, the Cardinals are still a good team. Mm-hmm. They just had a bad week. You know what I'm saying? But they're still a good team.
Yeah.
And so you got Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks, and 49ers. With the Cardinals fighting for their lives, the Seahawks fighting for their lives, and the 49ers trying to move up in the standings.
Yeah.
And the Rams.
I like their team. Their QB by committee thing has been working for them. Mo, Timmy, Willie.
Yeah.
They're all getting handoffs. I'm pretty sure even Mendoza was getting handoffs. So I like what they have. I think they can mess some people's schedules up. I don't think you can take them lightly. Bucks, I need you to shit on the Rams for me.
God, if you listen, help!
Help me out a little. So, Mo, I'm counting on you to catch a dub there, man. Next, at 10, we got the 5-7 Bills with a -3 point differential. We got Baca, Junior, Brett, Roger. Burt is still out. They've been running that 4 hard. But
is he gonna get replaced?
No, I think they're gonna stick it out with the 4 hard. But
what's going on with Brett?
Yeah,
Because that's the one that.
I think Brett might be hurt. So let's see what they do coming into this week. If they get a replacement, if he's good to go.
You haven't heard nothing out of the fucking Bills camp. Then,
Not at all. I heard anything in the captain's chat or even in the regular chat. Doesn't matter.
Does Baca know?
They're one of those scrappy teams.
He doesn't know.
They're one of those scrappy teams that are kind of on the cusp. So this is a real big week for them.
Yeah, they can make it too.
And I like their schedule, man. They got the Falcons, the Steelers, and the
Vikings and Ravens.
So they can win those first two, those second two.
Yeah. If they could get one of them, bro, they can finish at 8-8. And I feel like 8-8 could get you in.
It'll be good. Key is Brett, because if he goes out there and he gets hurt out there, it's over.
Yeah,
you can't win with 3 people.
Yeah. And then all you can do is get someone to replace him that's there, who's willing to play. But with Ford, huh?
You can do that.
Yeah. So like, let's say he gets hurt. Then it obviously has to be a lower tier. You can ask the other captain, let's say I'm playing you. Hey, look, are you okay with me picking up a tier 5 to play with me, or a tier 4?
Who did I do that? I think it was Chris CC.
Somebody did it this season because
season
it was the
before.
Steelers.
He got this and I ran all over them.
Yeah.
The
got
Steelers
mad.
did it this year too when Joel got hurt.
Next, hey, I'm sorry, bro. Week 4, no friends.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
If your boy got hurt, nigga.
That sucks.
I'm making the playoffs, bro. Fuck y'all, niggas. We're that serious.
So at 9, we have the coldest team in Dundee right now. CC, you're a bitch, because I did not pull David down.
I didn't do this stuff.
David, you're an honest guy. Let everyone know, bro. Just, tell the truth. It was safe. CC, Matt, Albert, Rafa, and Jesus. Now the big thing here is Rafa declared himself out.
So now they're going 4 hard?
4 hard. So that's gonna be a struggle for them, man. Jesus
running around is gonna be
rough.
And that gives everybody. See, look, now that
opens up some things.
Yeah, bro. Now that I know that, it's open.
Yeah. You play that?
Yep.
Now it's all about matchups. It's all about finding.
Bro, and I have my record, bro. And the last 2 weeks, I've had a lot of home games because I started like my first 8 games where like 2 of them were on. I only got the ball first twice, and I was like, yo.
So you're home, yeah.
Yeah, dude, and that's why I was so pissed off last week. I started with the ball 3 times and I got smoked. And I went 4 hard without my tier 4, so that's supposed to benefit you, dog, but that shit didn't work.
It's hard sometimes.
Yeah, I ended up going to it too.
Yeah, they're right there on the edge, right? They can possibly get in, but
I didn't get to see any of their games, but I would assume that maybe Matt played bad.
I honestly saw CC.
I don't like to put it on the quarterback, but
I saw CC taking a lot of handoffs, and knowing CC, like
he gets frustrated too.
The guy's an athlete, but he shouldn't be running the ball. That guy should be running routes.
100%.
So I did see him a couple of times take a handoff and take off. So I knew they were kind of struggling.
It seems a lot like, at least like in the last game that I saw them, I didn't like Jordan. I didn't see a lot of their games, but I saw a lot of like them letting the refs get in their head, like get in the way. You know what I'm saying? Like they were letting let's say the bad calls or whatever.
By the way, the Cardinals are the worst officiating team in the league.
I haven't had them ref me yet, so I don't know.
Dude, I love you guys personally, but CC was talking and then turned and was like, oh yeah, pass interference. No.
Yeah, it was like that last.
Then
that.
I'm like, right? I'm waiting for the fucking Rams to call a play, and I'm like looking for the play clock, right? Who's calling the play clock? Jesus is laying down in the back, right?
No.
On the grass. He's got a towel over his head and like on his phone. I don't know if he was on the hub. I don't know if he was watching anime. I don't know if he was watching Real Roll Rules. I don't know. But he wasn't watching the game. I was like, Jesus, yo, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, it's okay when Timmy does it, but I can't do it. I'm like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, bro, you gotta pay attention, man.
Yeah.
For sure, man, for sure. Bro, I consider myself
too, bro. I mean,
but you see, and then I guess I was maybe a little bit more upset because that was my last game. It's against the Rams,
It's
and I'm exhausted, about to pass out, And I look, and Jesus is just like chilling under
catching
his
the 10,
towel.
catching the 10.
I was like,
Yeah,
hell
bro.
nah.
Yeah, I be getting hot, bro.
Bro, let me tell you,
I be getting
when
so
I'm
pissed off.
reffing, I consider myself. I'm like, bro, I am the worst ref because I hate reffing, right?
Mhm.
But I know that I'm like, I cannot mess up. Like I need to try my best.
But I like
if I mess up, I'm turning up. Whatever. I gotta make
let
it
it
work.
play, bro. Unless it's super blatant. People like when you watch the rush, like you try to deviate a little. Oh,
Yeah.
you hit me.
Yeah.
No, the
You gotta-
Kevin
you gotta-
special.
Yo,
Yeah, you
I was
gotta Kevin with us.
when I was reffing your game last week and you were playing the Seahawks, and I was like telling Kevin go outside, Kevin go outside, Kevin go outside, Kevin go outside. No, he has to move. No, Kevin. It's like, no, dude. If it's tight, you have to go on the outside of either person, bro. You know, there's no lane to go through the middle.
Come on, nobody in this league knows that more than Kevin Nunez.
Yeah, that guy's a.
Oh, man.
That's why he's got that little meat. Have you seen the video that he's like throwing his tantrum? It was
Yeah,
that.
the one where
He's like on the floor. And then
He's just looking off and tell me you got that. Tell me you got that. And then
There's somebody who needs
Timmy's getting routed in the back.
So Cardinals is a big week for you. You guys gotta, like turn it up. Matt, you need to get on the ball.
Yeah, bro. Take the
Albert,
reins, bro.
I heard he wasn't doing too well, so
He struggled, yeah. From what I saw, I didn't see much. Like I
he
said,
wasn't creating
but-
separation. Yeah, it was just, he also said he was hurting. He ran too many posts, so.
Or hard, bro.
Yeah, you guys
It was good when there was 3 games, bro. 4 games in the final week of the season,
It's difficult.
and and it's not your tier 5 either. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so at number 8, we got the 6-6 Raiders. Lewis, Jules, JD, Gabe, and Nick. Honestly, I played them. I lost to them. I think we lost that game. We should have beat them. But the team surprised me, dude. Lou, he's good. Jules.
got me a beer? This ain't no picnic, bitch!
Jules, he played all right. He couldn't keep up with Polly. Polly's just too good. But the person that surprised me was Gabe, man. Honestly, he surprised me, bro. He caught a little dart.
Thank you, bro.
And then all of a sudden, like, he hit a stick move and, like, turned upfield. I was like, whoa, that guy's too big. And he hit all of that. Like, he surprised me. So it's a good team. It's a team you shouldn't sleep on.
I know I played them. I just want to make sure I know.
I think having Lou, Lazo can pop a picture of Gabe right here so we can all see.
That team is Lewis on a post.
Yeah.
Lewis on a post. Somebody Lewis on a post. That's what it is. I think he got me twice.
That team, they win and die by JD.
Yeah.
100%.
They won against us because of JD, but then I saw their game against the Rams. I was officiating it, and they were going to beat the Rams, and they lost that game because of JD. 2 straight picks.
Really?
2 straight picks.
I didn't see that game, but yeah, I thought for sure that they were going to win that game because they were playing. I think I saw Jules mossed somebody, or at least like caught a ball over somebody, and then
I haven't seen Jules making too much noise this season, bro.
Against that, in that game, I remember I heard like a commotion, and I looked, and it was Jules making a play on somebody, if I'm not mistaken. And then Daniel came back and made a play on somebody, and then it was like a back and forth, like either a deep ball or jump ball fest, where it was just like.
Yeah, but they were up. They could have ended the game. Dude, it was JD just forced a bad throw. Lou posted, and he honestly just chucked it as far as he could, pick.
Yeah.
And then another play, another straight pick. So he really, they win or die by or lose by JD, man.
Yeah, for sure. We played him for the first time this weekend, and we like. I don't know if they've been able to, but like we have not been able to see the Raiders at all this season. Like we've been either reffing or playing at the same time as the Raiders, so we're literally coming into these games. I don't know about them, but like we're coming into this game at least like not being able to see anything. From them,
no tape.
No actual like
That's
you sit
another
down,
thing
you
people
watch.
not paying attention. If you really do, you just watch a game. People run like set plays
Yeah, for
and
the most
everything
part,
like that, so you'll get it
But
off.
that's like, I feel like that's something that falls on a captain, right? And if your captain's not doing it, it's evident.
Yeah, you gotta.
That's true.
All right, so at number 7, we've got the Seahawks. They're sitting at 6-6 with a +2 point differential. We got Beaky, Ernie, Randolph, Manny S, and then the replacement for Ant V, which is Danny Arango. This team, you know, they're right on the edge of just making it, so this is a big week for them. They play the Niners, they play the Titans, the Bucks, and then the Dolphins.
They got 3 games on the road.
Yeah, 3 road games.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, they can.
I think they make the playoffs, bro.
Yeah, man.
They split 2-2. They go 2-2. They're 8-8. They make the playoffs, bro. I don't see PE going like 1-3. You know.
Yeah, like you said, 8-8 gets 8-8 very well might get you in. So they go 2-2. At worst, they go 2-2, and they you know they make the playoffs. Randolph had a hell of a tournament. From what I spoke to, like Nico and the guys that were playing with him, Randolph played great. So hopefully he carries that momentum into week 4 and helps Beaky out, especially defensively. You know, Randolph's his best position's corner. So so hopefully that helps him out there. You know, Ernie keeps doing his thing, Manny keeps doing his thing, and Danny Arango is a good replacement. You know what I'm saying? He's a good all around player. He can play defense, can play offense, can do the deep ball, the short ball, the intermediate.
And he's coming as a tier 3, right?
Yeah.
Coming in as a tier 3. I think he might even be like he's that like high tier 3, maybe even like mid tier 3. He's not gonna be a
tier 2
slouch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's
gonna produce.
I play with him. Yeah, he'll produce.
I mean, he better.
Yeah, Biggie needs it.
Yeah, but not only that, man. Just word on the street was he was telling people he covers Chad Johnson. That he's covered Chad Johnson before.
Boy, if you don't.
So, yeah, man, I've covered Chad Johnson.
I gotta see this guy.
When Chad played with us at Ethel Beckham.
Yeah, so
with the Punishers.
that's the word on the street is that he's saying he's covered Chad Johnson. So
Really?
if I
So
played
he's got to
him,
be the truth.
Yeah, if I played him, I would put it to the test.
That should be in my bio on Instagram. Covered Chad Johnson. Doesn't say the end result, but I covered him.
What I said is being on the same field and covering someone are 2 different things.
I mean, you could be like big and be like, I covered him, bro, but he scored an 80-yard touchdown.
That's what we're talking about here.
Exactly.
So let's see it, Danny. Hopefully you can cover some people. So let's see, man. All right, at 6, we got the 6-5-1 Vikings. Pat, Dax, Kevin, Andy, Manny. How do you feel, man? What do you think?
I'm happy, man. We're fighting, bro. We're fighting. We are. Everything's a dogfight. Everything's a struggle, and we're just trying to grind out wins, man. That's what we're doing. You know, like we talked about before. You know, we made the trade. We made a trade with Timmy and Dax, or Timmy for Dax, and defensively that helped us. But offensively, we took a step back. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of like our offense wasn't moving as fluently as it was with Timmy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what we made the trade for was for defense. Did work out, but it hurt us offensively. You know what I'm saying? And then Dax getting hurt in the Ravens game hurt. You know what I'm saying? Hurt us because he was helping me with covering these 2 animals, this guy and Paulie. You know, and once he got hurt, it was rough for me to have to cover both those guys. You know what I'm saying? And put Kevin on Paulie. You know, we've talked about it before. I'm not gonna put Kevin on Chris, so I'm gonna cover Chris. But then Paulie and Kevin is, you know, it's rough. It's rough for Kevin to cover Paulie. You know what I'm saying? And so then, you know, so with that, we're just grinding out. And then against the Seahawks, it was a tough game. Even though we won 4-2, it was still like grinding. Like we're just dogfighting.
Yeah,
and it just happened to be that
talking shit to each other.
It just happened to be Kevin and Peaky,
Yeah,
Kevin and Peaky don't shut up. I was talking about it in the tournament because in the tournament the same thing. They don't stop talking to each other. So I'm like, man, they just need to get it over with and just make out or something like. Hug me, brother! They need to get it over with, but
So you played the Raiders, the Falcons, the Bills, the Cards. I think Falcons, Cards, you guys can easily get those. Raiders, you haven't seen them play, like you said. You haven't reffed them. You haven't played against them. So this is gonna be a big game. And like I said, man, they're gonna win or die by JD. So I feel like if you find a way to control them, and I think with Kevin rushing, you should be good. Just don't let Lou moss you.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's just it's gonna be at least in my mentality.
Keep him to one.
Exactly. In my mentality, it's gonna be, you know, can I slow down Lou? You know what I'm saying? Can I stay back enough? Because, you know, different quarterbacks have different, you know, preferences. And so I think JD likes the deep ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how Devin likes the deep ball. Kind of like how, you know, some certain quarterbacks like the short ball. You know, like the throw short, let their guys do the work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But JD, I think he likes the deep ball. So if I can stay back and I can, you know, I think it can limit his effectiveness with
sit on the
Lou.
top hip on it all the time.
You know, but again, Lou is, we've talked about this 1,000 times. Lou is Lou, and so you just gotta limit him. You know what I'm saying?
But that gives Lou the time to fucking run that deep post, and JD loves to roll out right. And
exactly. So you know, it's gonna be another dogfight. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're gonna do. And I've talked to my team and everything, and it's just we're gonna have to grind them out and make plays when it matters most. Yeah. And that's what we're gonna try to do and try to get into the playoffs, because that's obviously the ultimate goal is just get in, and at that point it's just try to stay as high as possible.
Yeah. The big question is Dak's healthy, man.
I talked to him on Saturday, and he said he's good to go, man. He said he's good to go. He took it easy on Saturday, but
he played.
He played.
He was out there.
But he said that he wasn't gonna go hard because he wanted to make sure that on Saturday he was ready. But he said that he felt good. You know what I'm saying? I asked him specifically. I'm like, hey, how did it feel? You know, taking off and all stuff, because it was an ankle. In case anybody doesn't know, like basically he hit that sand trap in field 3, I think it was.
Yeah, that's
that sand trap there. He hit that,
TDP,
and Paulie was covering him, and Paulie landed on the ankle, not landed, but just stepped on his ankle. And then at the same time, Dax was trying to make a play for the ball because Andy had thrown him the ball, and he turned the ankle. You know, he turned the ankle at the same time. You know, props to him because he played game 4, which I didn't know if he was gonna play game 4. So you know, that dude he roughed it out, and that was, you know, that was awesome. But again, I talked to him on Saturday, and he said he was good to go. But yeah, man, no, Dax is supposedly, you know, according to Saturday, he said he's good. You know, he said he can go.
Okay. So at number 5, we got the 7-5 Dolphins. We thought Eddie was gonna
drop, and he's
drop, but no, he's good to go. So it's Eddie, Julio, Gerson, Jose, and CP. I think this team is just, you know, important. They can at least grind out 2 wins.
I think they're in the playoffs if they don't go 0-4.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. It's rough with Eddie and his limited mobility on defense. But you know, last week they went 2-2 with him limited. Yeah. So as long as they can do that this week, I think they'll be good, and hopefully he can get healthy for playoffs, man.
Chris, you were there Saturday. Did you see him? I didn't get a chance to actually play because I was playing at the same time as Sports Mania, so I didn't get a chance to see him. Did you happen to see him and see if he was better? I haven't had a chance to talk to him either. So
was he on defense?
I know. I didn't. I don't
think he played defense. No, he had his new guy. One of the players that he picked up that is playing safety.
I also think it's a little different because in 5-man, that extra person gives you a little more space, a little more time with the throwback. You know, here he can't throw it back, so it's completely different. It's also only 4 people, and you know, like the pressure of tier 1 versus tier 1, like that's kind of difficult. You know, unfortunately, he has Julio on tier 1s, and you know that's not good for them. But they just need to grind out 2 games, I think.
And then at that point, I feel like
9-7 gets him in.
Yeah, 9-7. I think 8-8 gets, like I said, gets you in because at like from 4 to 10, everybody's like within 2 games of each other.
Yeah.
You know, so if somebody goes 3-1, somebody goes 1-3. You might miss the playoffs, you know what I'm saying?
There's gonna be a lot of guts on the line. There's gonna be a lot of guts on the line. And everybody's gonna have to put. It's gonna be fun.
You're gonna dive this week.
We're diving this week. That's for sure.
Yeah.
At 4, we got the 49ers at 7-4-1. You got a 0-point differential.
Yeah.
We got Jordan, Dusty, Chris J, Angel, and George.
Defying all odds, baby. Everybody counts me out. I think I've only been picked to win 3 games this season.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
By different people in the pick'ems. Or whatever, bro. Fuck them. Nah,
so you play the Seahawks, the Cardinals, the Titans, and the Bucks.
I feel like just like the last fucking 4 teams we were talking about, if I go 2-2, I feel like I'm in there, bro, because I built up a good record. 2-2 would put me at fucking 9-6. I think I'm for sure in there with a winning record. I was like top 5 seed. I got 3 home games. Hopefully, everything works. Yeah, grind some out. Cardinals are shorthanded. Titans, feel like we match up good against them. Seahawks is gonna be a fun game, and then the Bucks. We play them for the second time this season with a new quarterback. But I think we'll be good, bro. I think we'll get ready for the playoff run. George is coming back. We'll have a full squad. Not gonna be tired. We're gonna make some noise, baby.
I mean, I realistically think playing 4 hard benefits your team. The fact that you have 2 tier 5s, but running 4 hard is hard.
Especially with that heat, bro. I'm telling you. And everybody's drunk and shit. The first game I played was the Rams last week. You guys were talking about David running around. I played them the full 30 minutes.
Yeah,
the full 30 minutes. And this motherfucker was running around. And Angel, actually, I give Angel props because he did very well on David. But it's like you're saying, bro, like very well. There was one time he was past the first down and he ran all the way back to like the no run zone on his end zone and threw the ball away. But that's us running around for like fucking 10, 15 seconds, bro.
Trust me, I know I almost passed out.
We come in for 2 good plays and then third down, there's Forrest running down the fucking middle of the field, supreme athlete.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you grind it out 2-2. I think you're good. You go into playoffs with
getting ready to go right on my good season.
Yeah.
Everybody doubted me out.
Yeah, for sure. I think
I've been rated like fucking 10 in the power rankings. All this bullshit.
Yeah, but with your schedule this week, Seahawks, Cardinals, Titans, Bucks. I think you can grind out 2-2 or 3-1 and get
9-6.
9-6.
Who would have said I would be 9-6?
All right, at number 3, we got another hot team. Just like the Bucks, the Jets, 8-4 with a plus 10 point differential. We got Ant, PD, Enzo, Marcos, and Christian P. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I think that this team.
Yeah, a hella upgrade.
Obviously, yeah. Upgrade in the sense of like.
Brother, right? And they're riding a 4-0 win streak, dog.
Yeah.
They went
Those guys were sitting
in 12 plays.
They're sitting at 3 right now.
Yeah.
Peter's one happy motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
But he said it. He's like, all we need, we're missing a defensive piece. We're missing a defensive piece. They got Enzo, their defensive piece. And, it flipped their whole team.
And that was a big move by them moving PD to quarterback. You know what I mean? Big move. And is a problem offensively when he's a receiver.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because he's a good route runner. He's shifty as can be. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so when he's a receiver, and you can get the ball to him, he's got good hips. So he becomes that one play threat. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I said it from the beginning. Ant needs to play receiver because there he can take over a game. Just not at quarterback, honestly.
Yeah.
So that switch, PD's hand getting right now. He's able to throw. He's able to grip the ball. Is very important. I think this is a good team. They play the Titans again.
Wow, done deal. Loves a good rivalry.
They play us.
Oh, they play you guys.
Yeah. So they play the Ravens, the Seahawks, the Niners, and the Steelers. So they got a pretty tough schedule.
Oh, so you put the Titans as the Jets?
Yeah.
That's funny. Didn't you just
okay.
Yeah. So they play the Ravens, the Seahawks, Niners, and Steelers. I think that's a pretty tough schedule.
Another tough schedule, yeah.
They have to grind out, at least 1 win. They can't go 0-4. I don't think they'll go 0-4.
He's got a tough schedule. Nothing more. Every team that's
I keep hearing Seahawks, right?
Yeah, man. I'm looking at it. It's like 49ers, Titans, Bucks, and Dolphins.
Yeah. So as long as they can grind out at least 1 win, which it looks like they'll get that against the Steelers.
They should be in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I think even if they go 1-4, they'll probably be in the playoffs at 8-8.
You think so?
Yeah, man. I think they might come up and steal your second seed.
The Jets with that's like as you get higher in the tiers. I feel like if you go 8-8 from the higher tiers, that's where you're playing with fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if a lower seed team like the Cardinals, the Raiders, the Seahawks, the Vikings, right? Even the Bills. Even the Bucks, for that matter, because they're 4-7-1. Like if they were to go to 4-0 and go to 8-8 or 8-7 or like that, that helps them. But if you're a higher seed, all you're doing is hurting yourself. If you're trying to, if you go to 8-8, you know what I'm saying? If you drop back, you're just making yourself harder because your point differential might be really bad.
Yeah.
In the sense of where it'll hurt you. So they need to at least grind out one win or two.
100%.
Most overrated team,
The Rams?
the Ravens.
Stop it. Get some help.
Sorry. We stomped on you guys. I
fine,
didn't even
bro.
cover Angel, by the way.
I hope you don't cover him. Pera holds everybody in the play.
We gotta.
Pera does hold everybody. Telling
Hey, you
them
must
yourself.
Perra.
I came lost all three of you. Because the fact that on 3rd and long, you guys didn't know that it was coming to me.
So
I don't even care if you were on the other side. I still lost you because
I should have just ran with you the whole way.
that's what I thought you were gonna do.
Someone came underneath.
Wait, Chris.
I know, man.
No, okay, hold on. So I call the play, right? And I go, hey, we're gonna spread out. I go, Manny, you're in the center. Just get the ball to Andy and get to this corner here, right? I go, I'm gonna take Chris, right? And I'm gonna take Paulie for sure. There's no way that Chris and Paulie are gonna let me run a route that way. And
I don't even know where Paulie was.
Well, I line up, right? And you have Paulie as the corner on the other side covering Kevin or Dax or whoever was in, right? No, it was Kevin because Kevin was hurt or Dax was hurt, right? And I go, oh, this is perfect because there's no way. There's no way that Chris is letting me run away from him, right? Like you're covering me no matter what. But I go, Manny, Perra's gonna have to cover Manny, and I'm not that Perra can't cover Manny, but I go, Perra's gonna fall asleep, y dejar a Manny in the corner over there, right? So I go, perfecto. It's the perfect play. I go, I'm gonna take everybody to that corner, and Manny's gonna run to that corner. And Manny ran to me.
Yeah.
And I went, oh God. Like, I just gotta make a play here. And then, whatever, what happened.
Top shelf.
What happened.
Top shelf.
Like, honestly, I thought Perra had it, and then, because you didn't
Perra?
really bro, honestly, I thought he had it, because it was short.
Yeah, it was short.
It was a bad throw.
It was in the end zone, but it was short.
Right?
Oh,
So
you
Perra's
never
like
got it.
this, right? And then I see Pat's little hands just come out, and I'm like, So at number 2, we got the 9-3 Ravens with a plus 18-point differential. It's me, Paulie, Suazo, Perra, and Lazo. Shout out to Lazo.
Shout out.
We play the Titans, the Jets, the Falcons, and the Bills.
Ooh, pretty nice.
Here, you guys are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now your biggest thing is maintaining that second seed, bro. It was in the company your neck, bro.
100%. I think my biggest game, realistically, is
Is the Jets.
Is the Jets.
Because if they beat you, if you guys.
Yeah, you gotta beat the Jets for sure because that just you gotta control your own destiny, and your own destiny is beat the Jets, and that's it. And then you know.
100%. So I think the Titans, Drew, Alfarito, Bender, Ray, Chris. I think they're gonna come out try to be bracket busters, but I just like how we match up. Drew's gonna have to cover me, and then leaves Alfarito on Paulie. Dude, that's a win for me.
Yeah.
I think Suazo will do well. He's got to have a big week. I don't like to blame anyone. It was a collective team, 2 losses by our team. But Suazo knows.
I saw him hard on himself at the end of
at the end of the week. Real, but he has to pick it up this week. He's got to. He's got to give us a good rush, a solid rush. And I think last week his poor play in rushing was affecting him offensively.
100%. And that happens all the
Yeah,
time.
because in done deal, you got to get right back on the field, man. You're not off.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was really fucking with him, and then it was like running for a long motherfucking time. There was one play that me and Paulie covered so long that we gave up, and then luckily our guys crossed, and we were like, all right, you cover, I'll cover this guy, and then we were able to make a play defensively like that, but we were exhausted. So
Yeah, covering
Suazo,
anybody for 10 seconds is
brother.
fucking ridiculous.
You gotta fucking play, bring it so we can fucking, have that number 2 or maybe even that 1.
He was the difference maker when we played y'all.
Yeah, man. Swazo.
He scored 2 touchdowns on. He was bombing Chris J.
Swazo's a baller, man. I like Swazo a lot, man. That length that he has, bro. Those arms.
Yeah.
Like he's got like a 7-foot wingspan, bro.
He's long.
He got one there that like a couple balls where he blocked Andy, and Andy's not a short guy.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And he blocked Andy, and we're like, damn. And there were plays that we had opportunities to maybe score because the guy that he was throwing to was open, and so it was Swazo's that X factor.
Yeah.
He's that X factor for you guys. If he plays good, you guys. I mean, obviously it's you and Pauly, but and Perra as the quarterbacks, but if Swazo's playing good, you guys have 4 guys that can dominate the game. You know what I'm saying? They can play good in the game and can affect the outcome of a game. And so
I think the bat downs are a blessing and a curse for him because against you it was a blessing, but against David it was a curse because David said it, bro. I just pumped once, he put his hands up and jumped.
Psych! You thought!
And I was just cruising. So he bats a lot of balls, but then he gets like, I gotta bat
and then he jumps.
bat it, and
then a veteran quarterback will take advantage of that.
100%.
Which if I can give you any advice, Swazo, is your length alone doesn't need you to jump.
Yeah.
Like you're so long that you don't need to jump. You know what I'm saying? Like just stay with your hands up, and you'll
Another captain is telling you,
and
brother.
you'll still block balls, man.
Another captain is telling you, brother.
Don't jump, don't die.
We got this, dude.
Don't
All he's
jump,
gotta do
don't
is just not
die.
jump. He doesn't need to jump. He's
Don't
tall
jump,
enough and
don't
long
die,
enough that he
bro.
doesn't need to jump.
We got this, brother. Don't
You
worry
know?
about
So,
it. All right, at number 1,
The final team.
and I would say right now this guy's got the MVP. He's leading the MVP race
locked
right
up.
now.
I think.
He's got his team, great, trades pre-draft to set himself up for this team. And then the way he's handling his team, the way he's got them going, shout out to him. So number 1, the Rams 10-2, plus 15 point differential. We got David, Daniel, Nico, Forrest, and Harold. I think their team is good, man.
Yeah, they're really even.
Yeah, really.
The brothers, Nico and Forrest.
yeah.
It's a solid 4.
Yeah, really well built, very well rounded. As long as Forrest doesn't go drinking.
Yeah.
They're a good team.
Kevin, take him out. Like he did last week.
They didn't sleep supposedly.
Yeah,
That's wild.
So,
He was throwing up. Dusty too, bro. Dusty was throwing up in the first game too.
yeah, but Forrest he was like heat stroke. PD
Because it was on top of the heat, bro. That's what it is. That he hit him, and it was like, oh boy, whatever tequila, whiskey, whatever it was they were drinking was like, no, this heat's not for me. It was just like coming out. Like, he was struggling. He was struggling. I'm past that point. I can't do that no more.
Great team.
You drink good stuff now.
No, it's not about drinking good stuff. I don't drink before games. Like, I can't do that no more. Like I used to.
I was never into that too much.
Like,
drinking to play.
Before a game, I gotta make sure I drink my water. I gotta make sure I drink my Gatorade. Gotta be good to go, ready to go. So at Saturday morning, I can roll.
Drink a done deal.
Yeah, I drink a done deal. And not before my first game because I'm usually running a little late. So I'm just trying to get there. But game 2, 3, 4, shit, I'm gonna have a beer. You feel me?
No, I'm not against that. I'm not against that.
Last season we were slamming them. When it was me, you, and Robbie.
Yeah. No, I'm
Hey,
not
I'm not
against
even gonna
that.
lie. We were playing like the first season, and sometimes it was me, him, and Robbie, and I'm like, the third game, I'm like, dude, I'm 5-6 beers deep. That shouldn't fuck up my play.
Robbie and Timmy lost their captain, their tier 1 category because they were drinking.
Yeah.
Bro, I tried doing that one time. I did a co-ed league one time back in the day, like 10 years ago or something like that. And I tried doing that whole like drinking during the day, like that while I'm playing.
I'm not with that shit.
It didn't end up well. It didn't end up bad. It didn't end up well. Like I was just like did not feel good. I was throwing up. And I'm like from that day on, I was like I can't do this. Like I'll drink afterwards.
There's nothing better than a beer after a fucking game or a tournament.
For sure. I'll drink afterwards. There's no problem. But before. There's no way.
It's
or
like
during,
the legendary drink, Rocket Fuel. These things
Hey, I do that afterwards. No problem.
Gatorade and what was it? Gatorade and Bacardi? No, it wasn't Bacardi.
Malibu. That's what it was. That's
Malibu,
what it was. Bro,
Malibu and Gatorade.
Bro, one time we were drinking Hypnotic. hypnotic during that co-ed league. It was insane, bro. It was me nobody's gonna really know their names, but it was Pete and JP from Easy Sports.
Bro, that's when I started playing in Kendall. I started playing in Easy Sports. That's why I probably met all of you.
That was a good league, man. That was a fun league. Those two guys were awesome, man.
I used to play with Peter a lot. And
but anyways, those guys, it was me and Kevin McKee. Again, nobody knows who Kevin McKee is, but Kevin McKee, and we were playing co-ed versus Pete and JP. And it was basically like if you made a bad play, like a drop or anything, like you take a shot of Hypnotic. I don't know why we had Hypnotic. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea why we had Hypnotic.
Go to your place. But that's something you could drink and play. It's like only like 15-20% alcohol, but you drink enough of it, bro. And that's
So the Rams.
Yeah.
They play the Steelers, the Bucks, the Dolphins, the Jets. I think
they go easy too. I mean, they've lost 2 games in fucking 3 weeks.
Yeah, man. I think
they're in the playoffs. I think if they fuck that up, bro, and somehow get out of the top 2 seeds.
I think if they go 0-4, they're still in the playoffs.
At this point, it's just keeping the top 2 seeds for them and you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the Jets are the only team that are within a game of you. I'm 2 games within of you, the Dolphins. But
Bucks and Jets.
But they play the Steelers, who's gonna. I'm not saying it's gonna be a cakewalk for by any means, because I don't think any.
But they're gonna go. Yeah, they're gonna go.
But it's the first time they all play together. The 3rd time, it's a fucking completely different team.
Yeah.
I mean, Georgie and Devin playing together is gonna help bridge that a little, but still, like the Rams are cooking on and fucking firing on all cylinders.
I think their Bucks is the biggest.
The Bucks is gonna be the biggest game because they play at the Bucks. So if the Bucks would score, like they've been. Yeah. And then the Dolphins, it's all about see how Eddie plays. How's his hammy? If he's gonna do that?
Is he gonna play defense?
If he's not gonna play defense, I think they're fucked.
Yeah, I think if Eddie doesn't play defense,
but he didn't play defense last week, and they went 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah, exactly. But if he doesn't play defense, I think not that the Dolphins are gonna go 1-4, but I think that if he doesn't play defense, the Rams go either 3-1 or 4-0. And the only 2 losses that I think they see there, I think. They lose. They could lose to the Bucks.
You don't have to take a league, huh?
Bruce.
This nigga is looking at you, bro.
They could lose to the Bucks, or they could lose to the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? I think that they match up very similar to the Jets. You know what I'm saying? I think they can make. I think at that point you go with who has the better quarterback, and the better quarterback is David. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's gonna make enough plays to go home, and on top of that, they're home against the Jets. So they'll get ball first. And then the Dolphins, I think they win against the Dolphins. I think they win against the Bucks. But against those 2 games are the ones that, because the Bucks are playing so good, and I want to see the Jets. And they have their guys, no tier 5 or anything like that.
Bro,
I think they can go
ahead. The Jets
ahead.
got both the top 2 seeds next week.
Yeah.
So they keep cooking and they knock both of you out. It's gonna be interesting.
And those are 100%. Those are 2 games of the week.
Wow,
and they play.
Lonzo's like, I don't know what to do right now.
When the Ravens play when the Ravens play the Rams and the Jets. When the Ravens play the Jets and the Rams play the Jets, those are games of the week. Yeah, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because that's it. That's 1 and 2, and that's 2 and 3, and 1 and 3.
You could have so many games of the week this week, because everybody's like, every game is so important.
We're fighting, man. This is gonna be a fun week, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a fun week.
Fireworks, bro. Get ready.
Emotions are gonna be high. Everybody's gonna be playing like.
It's playoffs. This week is playoffs already. Like, it's time. That's it. Everybody's gonna put on their big boy pants, and it's like, hey, it's win or go home. You know what I'm saying? And nobody wants to go home. You know what I'm saying? I know. I don't want to go home. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna play my ass off. So
who do you guys think? Right, predictions right now. Start of the week.
Start of the week right now. We'll go Pat. You got Pat. You got me. I got Pat, bro. I got Pat, man. You guys are in the thick of things, man, and I think you need to take over, bro. It's time to fucking put your team on your back and.
I think I've had a good season, man, but yeah, man. I think that we need to go ahead and make some plays, man. I think Andy and I's connection is getting to a point now where it's really good. You know, we really don't have many incompletions when he's looking for my way. You know what I'm saying? So
you guys play 3 teams that are on the outside looking in. Well, 2 that are on the outside, and then 1 on the 8th seed. You play 8, 9, and 10. So Baca, Cici, and Lewis all
And Baca's shorthanded.
All need to have big weeks.
You know, so Baca shorthanded is rough, man. Baca's gonna have a rough one because of that, man.
I feel like if you go straight for the jugular and you play no games and tell Andy, hey yo, score quick, get a stop, score quick again, and then we can start running an offense and shit like that, like, you know. But that's what I was doing sometimes this season. It's like, yo, hey, come on, Otto, hey, look who the fuck is covering me, type shit, you know.
Yeah.
Let me just go get one real quick. Boom. Get a stop. You know you're good for.
And what's fun about this league, especially this season, man, I know it's my first season, but at least this season, like, I feel like all of us, all tier ones, like we're all like, you know what, fuck it, let's go. Like if it's Jordan in front of me, or if I'm in front of you, or Chris and me, or Chris and CC, or Chris and whoever, it doesn't matter. Hey,
let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Like we have that competitive.
And if you're not getting that coverage, I'm gonna make you feel the pain, nigga. All right, bro. You don't want to cover me.
Yeah, and if he stops me, he stops me. But at the end of the day, let's ride. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that. We don't have that. We have that competitive nature where it's like, yo, I don't care. Let's ride. My stud of the week, bro. I honestly think, bro,
I'm gonna give it to fucking Swazo, man.
NANI?
I'm giving
bro, that's a cop out. That's a fucking cop out. Ain't no way a tier 4 gonna get stud of the week.
well, I'll tell you what. If
it's a tier 3.
If Swazo gets stud of the week, that's just giving away your playbook.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Because that means you're opening. You're opening.
All right, unless he's getting 7 sacks.
Well, that's true too. He can do that too. 100%. He can do that.
You're gonna be his stud of the week.
You better play that game stud of the week.
No, I think.
Have a breakdown game 1, bro. I missed the sack.
I think on your team, but I think Paulie. I think you're gonna be focused on a lot, and that's gonna allow Paulie. And with your matchups with the Titans. So that means Paulie's gonna be matched up on either Petey or Ant, which again I think that defensively
no, but it's even better because never Petey throws, so it's gonna be him on Anthony and then Paulie on
Petey.
No, Petey's on quarterback. No, Petey's on court.
When Petey's playing defense.
It's gonna be the matchup like that.
You know what I'm saying? So
again, I feel like you guys have a nice matchup
against the Jets. Defense. It's gonna be him on Alfarido. Alfarido, you know, like Alfarido's offensively, but
all the way around.
So Drew, I'm sorry, my bad.
Drew's the Titans.
You're right. My bad. So on the Titans, it'll be Alfarido on Paulie. I think Paulie's gonna be able to do some work. Mm-hmm. On the Jets, I think Ant is gonna cover you. Mm-hmm. Therefore, Petey's gonna cover Paulie. I think Paulie's gonna have an opportunity to get some
Petey.
Again, the Falcons are struggling, man.
Yeah, the Falcons.
He's picking Paulie over you,
brother.
Doormat.
Do what you gotta do, man.
Peter's smart.
Do what you.
Yeah, he is.
Peter would just fucking sit there.
Oh, he will. 100%.
Peter doesn't have to move. Peter's just gonna be there.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Just sit there.
Not,
whenever triple move,
Petey's no
whenever double move.
And I'm not saying that, but I'll give the edge to Paulie.
No, of course.
You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to the Falcons right now, they still don't have an identity. Yeah. We're on week 4, and they still don't have an identity defensively. They don't know who covers who. They don't, like they're still trying to figure it all out. Mm-hmm. So I think Paulie eats there. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously either Marshall or Cream are going to cover Chris, but whoever the other person is on, it's just there's no cohesion there. Mm-hmm. So that other person is going to struggle because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know if they're coming Paulie, they're coming Suarez, they're coming, and then with Perra's offense, it's confusing. So I think Paulie eats there, and against the Bills, that not having that second tier, and that second tier 2, and then having the 2
if they do not have Brett, Brett's not even fucking 80%, they're fucking dead in the water.
And again, like it's a rough situation there. You know what I'm saying? To run with 3 or even with 4. It's a rough situation. So I think Paulie, and again, Chris is always the focal point. So that's why that's the only reason I'm saying Paulie is because Chris is the focal point. So if anybody's going to cover anybody, it's going to be Chris first. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so then, I think Paulie will make that.
So you really want Suazo?
I need him to play like he's.
All right, dud of the week. Actually, instead of dud of the week, what team doesn't step up?
Dud of the week.
Team dud?
The team that's not gonna step up. All these teams that are in the mix right here. What team's gonna fold?
Dude, man, it was just rough to watch the Cardinals, dude.
You don't think they bounce back?
I think losing Rafa's hurts, bro, big time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the team that I'm choosing, but like again, Rafa, let me tell you, we tied with them week 1, and it's because of Rafa's rush. Like Rafa's rush was eating us up on handoffs, on like because he was just fast enough to where he could get there before we can even develop a play. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And not having Rafa with Jesus and Albert, Albert's struggling. He struggled week 3. We're going off of base. You know, obviously your momentum carries you from week 3, and that Albert wasn't playing very good. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't getting separation. He said he was hurt. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't feeding himself. That's big time. And then you have Matt, who again was also not playing very well. Had a couple of picks. And then CC's a great player, obviously. But again, when you,
I don't think CC's ever
man.
made the playoffs. At least when I've been. It's the same 3 seasons, right? He hasn't made the playoffs unless he's been on Jones' team. Last season he didn't make the playoffs as a captain by himself, and this season he's not going to make the playoffs.
But my
to me, I mean,
so there's the dud of the week.
Talking shit,
CC,
but to me that says something about I've never missed the playoffs. I've never missed the playoffs in a done deal tournament either.
You're gonna in 2 weeks. You're gonna go 1-7, dude. You're the dud of the week, CC.
Don't wear the do-rag, bro. Maybe
nah, do-rag look. I was disappointed that you took it off.
No, bro.
Like you went halfway with it, and then you gave it up. I didn't like that.
Mix
you gotta roll with it, bro. If you're gonna stick with it, if you're gonna start with it, stick with it.
And like Kyler Murray, I don't know what he looks like. You know what I'm saying?
All right, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us in Captain's Corner. Christian, Jordan, Pat, the man you can't see, Lazo. Shout out to you.
Gotta get a shot in.
You want to look real quick? You give a good look.
Come in here.
Come on in here real quick.
Everybody get your fucking hands up.